Billionaire CEO secretly tests a waitress. What she sees changes everything. A billionaire mother silently observed from afar. Her eyes locked on a moment she never expected to see. In Café Lumière, a refined little spot that practically oozed elegance and rich espresso, the scent of freshly brewed coffee lingered in the air like perfume. But something else filled the space today. Tension. A kind of silent drama unfolding right there in the corner. There, at a quiet table near the window, sat a girl who couldn't have been older than 10. Alone. Her small hands were gently gliding across the tabletop, searching, hoping to find the Braille menu that should have been there. But it wasn't. The panic behind her large sunglasses, obviously shielding her blind eyes, was invisible to the untrained eye, but unmistakable to anyone really paying attention. She kept whispering, over and over like a prayer, "Mommy, come back soon. Mommy, please come back soon." Jade Robinson, 26, a waitress who had seen her fair share of life's rough edges, watched from behind the counter, cloth in hand. She knew this kind of situation far too well. The kind where the wealthy forget not just their responsibilities, but their humanity. But something about this girl was different. It wasn't just her polished appearance or the designer outfit that hugged her little frame. It was the contrast. The way she held herself upright with strength, even though her fingers were trembling slightly, betraying her fear. "Has anyone taken table 7 yet?" Jade asked, glancing at Kevin, the manager, who was too busy pounding out texts on his phone to care. "VIP table. Wait for Mrs. Bennett," he mumbled without even lifting his head. "She's particular about who interacts with her kid." Mrs. Bennett. Victoria Bennett. CEO of Bennett Technologies. Business tycoon. Ice queen. Perfectionist with a reputation so sharp, you could cut glass with her standards. Her face was everywhere on Forbes, Business Weekly, you name it. And her wrath. Legendary. People didn't just lose jobs around her. They vanished from the industry. "It's been 20 minutes, Jade pressed, trying not to sound like she was pushing. That little girl looked scared. Kevin finally looked up, clearly annoyed. "Jade, do I really need to remind you that you're on probation? Don't make problems for me or yourself." And right then, as if the universe had heard their argument, the girl at table 7 accidentally knocked over a delicate flower arrangement. The vase shattered. Water spilled. Her fancy little dress was soaked. You could see her lip trembling as she tried, blindly and desperately, to clean it up with napkins. Her fingers fumbled, and her cheeks were turning red with shame. Jade didn't even think twice. She ignored Kevin's dagger glare, took a deep breath, and crossed the cafe floor with determination in every step. She could feel the judgment from other customers, the stares, the whispers, but none of that mattered. "Hi, sweetheart," she said gently, kneeling beside the girl. "My name's Jade. I'm here now, okay? I can help you." The girl paused, frozen like a statue. "Where's my mom?" "She's not back yet," Jade answered honestly. "I work here. How about I help you clean up a bit? Maybe get you something while you wait." The little girl hesitated, her shoulders loosening just a bit. "I'm Clara," she whispered. "I didn't mean to knock the flowers. Mom's going to be mad." Jade smiled and dabbed the table gently. "Hey, accidents happen. Look, it's already drying up. No big deal." "You're lying," Clara said, tilting her head slightly with a soft, knowing smile. "I can't see, but I know when adults lie just to make me feel better." Jade chuckled, a bit stunned. "Wow, you're sharp. All right, fine, there's a tiny stain. But really, it's nothing to stress about. Promise. Are you hungry?" Clara hesitated again. "Mom said I shouldn't ask for anything until she gets back." "When did she leave?" Jade asked. Clara turned toward the sound of the wall clock. When it said 3. Jade glanced at her watch. Nearly 5 o'clock. 2 whole hours. Something bubbled in her chest. A quiet, burning kind of outrage. "How about a hot chocolate?" "I won't tell if you don't," Jade offered with a playful grin. The shy, radiant smile that spread across Clara's face? "Worth it." Jade returned with not just hot chocolate, but also a sandwich and a few cookies. She carefully explained where each item was, helping guide Clara's hands gently so she knew what was in front of her. "You describe things different," Clara said between small bites. "Most people talk to me like I'm stupid." "My brother's blind," Jade explained. "I've learned people want to be treated like people, not like their challenges." For the next 15 minutes, Jade stayed right there with her. Clara opened up about her love for music, her favorite Braille books, and even told a few jokes. The scared little girl had completely transformed into someone bright and alive. Neither of them noticed the sleek black Mercedes that had just parked outside the cafe. Inside it sat Victoria Bennett herself, her eyes locked onto the scene unfolding inside. Through the glass, she watched her daughter, smiling, talking, even laughing, all thanks to a waitress. Her face was unreadable, but her mind? Oh, it was calculating every second. "Shall I accompany you inside, ma'am?" her driver asked.
No.
"Stay," she said without turning her gaze. "I want to see a little more." And when she finally did walk in, the room shifted. Kevin almost tripped over himself to greet her, spouting apologies and trying to explain away the scene. She ignored him
Completely.
Her eyes, cold, laser-focused, moved straight to table 7, where Jade was just standing to say goodbye. "Jade Robinson?" Victoria asked, her voice smooth as silk, but cold as ice. Jade turned, startled. How did this woman know her name? "Yes, ma'am." "I see you took it upon yourself to feed my daughter?" "Mommy," Clara cried with joy. "Jade was so nice. She even told me about stars you can feel instead of see." Victoria looked at the table. The crumbs, the empty cup, the slightly wet napkin. "How much do I owe you for all of this?" she asked, reaching into her pristine handbag. "Nothing," Jade said firmly. "It's on the house." A strange, thick silence draped the cafe like a heavy blanket. Everyone stopped to watch. "Listen."
Breathe.
"All right," Victoria finally said, taking her daughter's hand. "Let's go, sweetheart." As they exited, Jade could hear Clara's voice echoing behind them. "Can we come back tomorrow?" Jade said she'd teach me how to smell the difference between cappuccino and macchiato. Kevin stomped over. "My office."
Now.
Jade knew. She didn't even need to be told. Her job was gone. What she didn't know was that just outside, Victoria Bennett was already sending a message to her personal assistant. "I want everything you can find on Jade Robinson by tomorrow morning." And in the world of billionaires, everything means every detail, every failure, every hardship, every overlooked dream. And Victoria Bennett? Always
Got
what she wanted.